Hey guys, I'm Moses the Best, and today we will talk about the Millennium Age of American animation. Sorry I delayed this video for such a long time, but I didn't feel like making it for some reason. This is the era that we currently live in, so this is going to be the last Ages of Animation video, at least for now. I will mostly talk about the changes we saw in this age. The previous age of animation was a time when animation got back to a point of artistic respect. I loved the last period, and this age has really been bittersweet, especially in the first decade of this age, as you can tell by my top 10 worst cartoons of the 21st century. As the name suggests, this era started at the turn of the new millennium in the year of 2000. As we all know, 2D animation was dominant in all of the eras that existed previously, but now that CGI exists, we are seeing that less often than we used to. The release of Toy Story has really changed the way that filmmakers animate, as CGI is one of the de facto forms of animation. Shrek came out in 2001, it was CG, and pretty much every Pixar movie was CG too. We also saw that technology has become far improved. Fur has always been a nightmare to animate, but with this new technology, you could actually animate fur and see every single strand in a high quality at that. The first movie to have high quality animated fur on characters was Monsters Inc. Just look at those strands on Sully, almost 14 years after its release, and I'm still impressed. Remember, traditional animation, or hand-drawn animation, well, that is being replaced. One widely used piece of software is Adobe Flash Professional, which allows you to create animation. You may wonder why I'm talking about it. It is because there are multiple programs that allow you to create animations. This is the next de facto animation method, Flash. Flash is another thing that we gained in the Millennium Age, and this allowed for shapes and objects to be moved easily without needing to redraw, and it made making animations easier and far less time consuming. That is why we are currently seeing it a lot more in cartoons today. As I said, the Millennium Age has been very bittersweet. Computer animation is really taking out all the flatness that I love about animation. I love seeing 2D objects move around the screen or anywhere. Although I really love it when a feature-length animated film has very good CG visuals. They can have objects that look so good that from a distance I wouldn't be able to tell that it was animated. This applies to pretty much all Pixar movies. I am actually impressed by how real the boxes look in Toy Story 3. Then there is poorly done CG, which is very, very noticeable. Put emphasis on the word very noticeable. One very good example is a terrible movie, Food Fight. Look at these visuals. This insults my love for animation. And then there is the most poorly used method, Flash. As I said, Flash was meant to make animation easier so you can animate better. But I have seen too many shows that use this easier animation as an excuse to be lazy when animating. Just know that Flash is not an excuse. Well done Flash can look just as good, if not better, than traditional animation. Just as an inclusion, some of my favorite shows from this era are Avatar: The Last Airbender, who doesn't love that show, Teen Titans, also who doesn't love that show, and Gravity Falls, self-explanatory. And there are more that I don't have time to mention. Some of my favorite movies are Monsters Inc., Toy Story 3, not including the other Toy Story movies because they weren't in this Millennium Age, or at least WALL-E and others. So guys, that was the Millennium Age. I just wanted to talk about the different forms of animation that were created in the Millennium Age, or made popular in the Millennium Age. As I said, this age has been bittersweet because of the decline in quality of networks such as Nickelodeon. And because of that, we are greeted to terrible shows. Don't have time to talk about that. That has been Ages of Animation. We have had 5 ages, and each of them have brought different evolutions to animation as a whole. Some changes were good and welcome, and some were just not. However, as a medium, we should expect that.
No one's saying do this.
Now, when I said that,
No one's saying be there.
What I meant was...
No one's saying stop that.
But what you don't
No one's saying
realise...
see here.
Now, see here.
Free to run around all day.
Well, that's definitely out.
Free to do it all my way.
9 o'clock.
Yep, 9 o'clock.
Boys' bedroom?
Boys' bedroom.
Out of Magnolia?
Magnolia? Give me that. It's Mongolia. Mike, does this look like Mongolia to you?
Yeah, well, you kind of.
Peace, guys. I'm Mozart the best.
That's all, folks.